and filming here.
You can't see my phone, can you?
No, I think it doesn't matter if you can see it. I think it's fine. I wouldn't worry. And filming in the ghetto. Okay. Mic check 1, 2. We're good? Say something?
Mic check 1, 2.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. These are actually mad topics.
Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for
redoing a Melbourne's finest. But just us two.
We're redoing Melbourne's finest. So Jarvis, thank you. You come down to the store for your first time 8 Station Walk Brighton.
Amazing.
What do you think?
Impressed.
Thank you.
Very impressed.
Thank you. You know this is the first shirt I ever made, sorry? Back in 2014. That's the first one I ever printed.
You're kidding.
My first ever Neverhome product.
And you still got it?
Absolutely. I kept it because I knew I'd have a shop one day and I wanted to hang it up there.
Memories. Do you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I still keep, you know, pre-workout up fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
I still keep that tab.
Yeah, you should, absolutely. Hang it up here until you open your own store. So, just a quick podcast. First one we've done at the shop. We're just trying to get used to doing them quickly. So, it's not the best, most high quality setup. I've got a couple of cameras here, the DJI 3, my old iPhone, and just my normal gym camera. But we'll just try it out and put some good content out, see what comes of it,
100%.
And have a bit of a chat about life, business, women, who knows, anything.
And if we can inspire you and motivate you guys, you know, if you can take something out of it, why not?
100%. So, quick introduction. Jarvis, I've known for a while. He is a professional coach for bodybuilders. Professional coach, I could say that.
Yeah, coach mainly athletes, yeah. Now,
coaches athletes, and a bit of gem pop too.
And a bit of gem pop.
And gem pop too. So coaching for fitness. So if you want your fitness goals, he'll help you achieve those. And I know a lot of your clients who wear my clothes.
Yeah, try and get
Thanks to you. So we help each other, and it's when you have friends that have a business as well, it inspires you so much. So since meeting you, we kind of drive each other, have ideas, and we're always pushing. Even you said when you came here, this has inspired me too, seeing the shop and what I've done.
Because now there's a slight vision, like mentioned, a lifted shop, do you know what I mean?
So what else do you do apart from your coaching? You have Lifted Nutrition.
Lifted Nutrition, which is my supplement company.
I'm going to grab some of your subs, okay?
Yeah, go for it. So pretty much manufacturing supplements at the moment, a whole range of pre-workouts, fat burners, sleep formulas, health formula, GDA, glucose disposal agent, intra-workout. We're about to launch a new pump formula with a creatine monohydrate micronized, a whole lot. And we'll just keep expanding.
Very high quality products. Now Jarvis used to work in a supplement store for many years. And from what he told me, he said, I sell so many of these supplements to my clients, I think I really want to make my own.
Yeah, there was a gap in the market. For me, it was just like good formulas that I want to use myself. That's essentially why it started. I just wanted mad formulas so I could use. And if it made money, it made money, you know what I mean? It was never about profit, or it was always like, come up with comprehensive formulas that I'm going to use myself. And then it just took off, and here we are. Now we're kind of manufacturing and expanding, like a lot faster than I thought, to be honest, which is good.
You've done really well. But I think it's because you're a good person, you've got a good network, you work really hard, and you've been able to leverage your relationships.
Yes. I think personal branding for me now at this stage is huge. Likewise with yourself, you know, you got a lot of people tell me at the time, like, come to the gym, come to the gym, Neverhome. They go, don't damn it. Like, man, Johnny, he's such a good guy, he's so nice. To me, instantly, that's like, well, cool, they're probably buying you clothes as well. Mind you, they're fucking great clothes, but you're Johnny Starr at the end of the day, you know what I mean? They want to support you because you're approachable, they look up to you, and you're an inspiration to them. So I think personal branding is massive. So
Jarvis, thanks for that. That was really nice. So Jarvis has built his brand the last 3 years now. You've had it?
2 years.
Oh, 2 years only.
Wow. I've been selling for about a year and 9 months.
You've got into retail. You make great formulas, and you coach people as well. So you're doing two things, and I think you've been building up enough money from the coaching to push into to start your supplement line, and the supplement line then is growing now, and you're profitable at the moment.
Yeah, making money, 100%.
Yeah, which is really good.
Mind you, we did have a bad month, which we spoke about.
Yeah, we both had a bad month.
It's going to be up and down. You ride the waves, you know what I mean? You can't let that deter you from the end goal.
Well, let's go through some of these topics that we brought up. So we had a few ideas of things we can talk to you about. We might only do like a half hour, 40-minute podcast and clip some of this stuff up and just use it as short reels. Definitely. And if you have a business too, I think it's great when you put yourself out there and allow people to get to know you as a person and what you're about. Because I feel as though people see these brand owners or these businesses, but they don't really get to know the people behind the brands.
And the actual intention behind the brand too. For example, Neverhome is, what's the intention behind it? You're never home, you're working your ass off.
Well, I was really picky with the clothes I wore as a kid, and I always wanted to make my own clothes since I was age of 16. I just finally did it.
But why the name Neverhome?
The name Neverhome it's purely because, firstly, I had to think of a catchy name that everyone already knew. Neverhome, people already knew it. He's never home. Now, if someone said he's never home or she's never home, it's kind of cool because like they're always doing. He's never home. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
So my Facebook name used to be Johnny Starr, never home.
I remember that.
Because I was always out. So it was like Jarvis, Murrian, never home.
Yeah.
And that's just how it started. So I was trying to think of a brand name, and then my mate Craig said, "Hey, the brand name's right there, Neverhome." I'm like, "That's so good. It's such a good name." And the logo. When you make a logo for a brand, I looked at all the other big brands. The simpler, the better.
Simplify it.
So I went through 30, 40 different logos of all these logos until I saw this one, which a girl Casey did for me back in the day. And I thought, this is it. And it's a diamond. So it's a simple diamond. And diamonds are made, they're pieces of coal made under extreme pressure. And that represents us in life through training, trials and tribulations. Yeah, well, that's why the brand, that's why you see the diamond on this. Or in the diamond anywhere here.
I didn't know that.
That's why the logo is a diamond for Neverhome. Yeah. So now you know. I should tell people more about that.
Dude, 100%. I like that for sure.
So we'll talk about branding, a little bit about gym stuff too, and what keeps us going with what we're doing. So let's have a look at this. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, Jarvis, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
So you spoke about why you built the brand and the origin story. Tell us what your tips are for someone. Well, how about this? A lot of people are doing coaching now.
A lot of people.
Or trying to build personal brands. What's your advice on someone wanting to build a personal brand on social media now and taking those first steps? I feel it's really overwhelming for some people to put themselves out there.
It is.
You just do videos all the time now, get the camera out and talk.
Yeah.
Was there a stage where you struggled with that?
Who pushed me to do it? Yeah. The man right here. I would take 20 goes to do one video. Now it's just one shot wonders. It's just bang, good, upload. And you're going to make mistakes along the way. Like you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You either learn from them or it can scare you. You know what I mean? But just if you make mistakes, keep going. Just try again. You only fail when you lose. You only lose when you quit.
That's 100% right.
So even if you make a mistake, just keep trying to learn from it and keep going forward.
So would you say you got better by just putting yourself out there with more content? Remember we go to those gyms back in the day and I'd film you and then we'd edit something and we make a little reel.
Yeah.
I was kind of pushing you back then. You've transformed so much since then.
Okay. Well, you inspired me, you pushed me to buy my first camera. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Bought my first camera, never used it. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, start making content. And I started making content. I'm like, nah, I'd upload it, I'd delete it. And I'm like, nah, people are not going to like that. Don't worry about what anyone thinks.
Yeah. Life's too short.
Life's too short. Upload it. If you believe in that video, upload it. Who cares? It's going to generate views. It's going to generate content. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're going to get better at it. The more you do it, the better you get. So
you made great progress. So you've just said, okay, and sometimes I think it's lucky you've got someone to push you.
100%.
I remember really motivating you and trying to push you.
And I owe a lot to you as well. I tell all the boys this all the time.
My pleasure. I want to see my friends succeed, yeah. Yeah, we all have to eat.
100%.
You know what I mean? So you got through that barrier. Now, what about marketing and social media game? What's the tips for someone in 2025, brand growth? What could you talk about? Collabs, giveaways, influencers, what's worth it? And how do you create content that sells? Like, how are you selling your products now?
You've got to be relatable. Like, for example, you got to be approachable and a good person. People are buying, like I said, because of me. I know that for a true fact.
Yep, true.
And the people are buying because of the formulas itself, and it's a good product. So A, make sure you have a good product.
100%.
B, try and get your content to be relatable to your target audience. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if my target audience is obviously athletes and your day-to-day person, I'm not going to be putting that content for kids, or I'm going to try and target those specific niche that my products are intended for. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're very high quality products. I'm not going to be trying to target your mums or My content's very specific to my kind of intended audience.
So target your niche demographic.
It's very important that they relate, because if they don't, they're not going to be buying your products. You're not going to see mums be buying my fat burner, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, that's a really good point. So really target your specific audience and make the content for that. How about, this is just going on more topics that we had written down. What about the quality control of your products? Is there a process with that you do?
There is a lot of back and forth,
Yeah.
a lot of testing.
We tried some products today at the gym. But they were samples, weren't they? So that's not so much quality control. Well, I guess that's quality control in a way.
To an extent.
Yeah, because the taste has to be important.
Yeah.
Let's tell the people about that mishap you had a while back where you spent a bit of money on a pre-workout with one manufacturer.
Yeah.
And it's good to show people the highs and the lows, because it's not always highs.
Like, that scared me. Like,
even I showed you a little couple of problems here I'm still facing, you know?
Yeah, that scared me big time. Like, 2 products, not just 1, 2, like that. I taste tested them, they tasted good, went ahead with them, manufacturer gave them back to me. I'm like, man, I got my delivery, all excited, opened my first tub, I tasted it, I'm like, fuck, this tastes nothing like when I sampled it. Anyway, it is what it is, and I lost out a lot of money on those products. I still got them at home, you know, I can't sell them, and in a way it scared me. I'm like, fuck, now I've ruined my brand, no one's gonna buy my pre-workout. How am I gonna come back from this? It was like, the only way to come back is create a great fucking product off the bat, where people instantly are going to be like, that's mad. And hence why we brought out the Elevate 2.0.
Yeah, and that's like, you know, to be honest, this run I did on my last batch of pump covers, I made a mistake with those.
Too short, yes.
Yeah, and then I redid them again, and they ran a little bit tight. So people were coming back saying, oh, I need to size these up. So I had to re-go back and do the 4th run now, which I've just redesigned. And I changed the fabric
So
on
you've done this 4 times?
4 times, yeah, 4 times. And I keep improving.
That, yeah.
Which is, like, they still sold. I had a lot of returns on them and refunds. But the sizing issue was, but I'm learning. And I'll tell you something funny, like I woke up this morning and I had a really hard month last month with business, relationships, personal stuff. It was really, no one knew, you know, a couple of people knew. I had a really tough month, and I said to myself, that was the best month I had, because I learned so many lessons this month that they won't happen again.
Wow.
It was a really good month for me, because every time I went through a hardship with the business, friendships, Adidas situation, manufacturing, all these things made me who I am now, and I became a better business person. So who I am now, I'm much better in business than I was 6 months ago, a year ago, or 10 years ago.
That just goes to show perspective's everything.
Yeah. And I tell you, man, the month I had some real big...
Let me tell you as well, bro. I had one of the roughest months I've ever had as well.
Yeah. Financially, it was not good.
Yeah, personal, financial, I couldn't, anyway. But I told myself, it happened for a reason.
Wake up. And sometimes you get complacent, right?
You start writing in the reasons. Why did that happen? What do I need to do? Before you know it, you turn a negative into a positive, and you're thriving again. So
take that on board too, from us who are, we're still young people learning. I'm 10 years in, he's 2 years in. I'm still a baby in business, you know. This whole store here was a risk. You know,
you have to take risks. 100%.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, did I really need to open a shop? I mean, the online's going so good. I've got to be at the shop all day. I've got to organise a cafe, get the meals coming in. Now I'm getting ads on Seek, trying to find staff to run this part of the cafe. Then I've got to do all the photo shoot. There's so much going on, and everyone's busy, so I don't complain about it. But in my mind, I'm thinking, wow, I've taken a lot on, but I want to take this on. And whatever happens here, it'll be a learning curve for me. Yeah. But having this shop here too, it forces me to work hard.
Yeah.
So I have to force this into success. I have to force people to come here, try the products on, and upsell why I've got a retail shop. Because so many brands don't have retail shops. But you know, this all comes at a cost, and I had to pay the blinds today. You know, that cost me a little bit of money, and that hit me. A lot
of sleepless nights. No one sees what goes on behind the scenes. Man.
I'm always upbeat and positive about it, but there was times where I was stressed. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'll figure it out, because I have so much faith in what I'm capable of that I know I'll always overcome everything. Just historically, with history of what I've been through, I know I always get through everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So these tough months we had, you might be going through it too. You just push through. It's really not that bad after
There's
time.
always light at the end of the tunnel. I had a guy at gym come up to me, like you wouldn't believe it, last week. He
Yeah.
goes, bro, how do you do it? I said, how do I do what? Like, what do you mean? He goes, you're killing it. You got coaching, you got the supplements, you got nice this, nice that. You always have a smile on your face, you're positive.
Yeah.
I said, man, you got no idea what goes on behind closed doors. There's been this last week nights I have not slept at all.
And your business is on your own. You have no partners, right?
No partners, no help, no nothing. You kind of figure it out along the way, and I'm just like, bro, no matter what goes on, when I get out that door, there's a smile on my face, and I'm so grateful for what I have.
I'm the same. I'm game face
So
all
grateful,
the time.
yes, you have to be. Cause
no one cares.
No one cares. No.
Especially as a man. Well, and you don't need burden on people too. Yeah. You know how many times I'm stressed? I do not tell my missus. She thinks everything's, but I don't need her to have my stress put onto her. I probably should, but it's just something I take on. I take on that myself. Okay, let's change topics here because that was interesting. What's your view on the fitness culture today? Trends you're seeing, good or bad? Your thoughts on gym culture, online coaching, fitness influencers, and what would you change?
Very egotistical these days. Like, there's a lot of ego these days. You know, on social media, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of people shitting on other people. Like, why? What for? Just, you know, there's no need for that. Even
we try and preach a lot of positivity, encouragement, mindset.
And I see you comment on a lot of posts, a lot of positive things. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I've noticed that, Dar. Yeah.
That
to me, that's what it should be. It should be lifting people up. That's why it's called, my brand's called Lifting Nutrition. It's about lifting people to be the best version of themselves.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you will see another fitness person comment on another. We're all in the same game. We want to be fit and promote fitness, right? And sometimes I see a negative comment on an influencer's post from another influencer. Yeah. I think, okay, there's some type of jealousy there.
Insecurity.
Or envy or insecurity that they're projecting on that person. And usually the person commenting isn't doing as good as the person who's actually made the post a lot of the time.
I have to agree, 100%.
Yeah. So, because I still cop it a lot on my ads, all this negative, because look at how my shorts are, right? I just learned to have thick skin over the years. But the fitness community now, I think we can be the positive ones in it and try to lift people up.
100%.
Yeah. There's no room for negativity.
No,
not from us anyway. I don't like it.
No.
Collabing as entrepreneurs. So that's us. I guess you're an entrepreneur. I guess I am too.
That's big. If you've got friends that have got businesses, like, combine, help each other out.
Yeah.
Leverage off each other. Because
well, you just put all your subs, you got about 50, 60 bottles there?
Like, yeah, it's cool, man, I want to sell you supplements out of you. I'm like, man, that's already like helping me out in a way, you know? So,
well, we'll have them up here, you know, wherever we put them, all your subs.
I mean, like vice versa, you know, I try and get my clients to buy as much of his clothes.
So many of your clients buy my clothes, and I see their stories, and they keep buying because they buy and buy again.
Message. Someone spoke very highly about you. He goes, bro, you're such a nice guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jake, yes.
Oh, that's so good.
I think he bought it straight away. You messaged him straight away. He sent me a screenshot going, bro, I can't believe you messaged me.
Well, I'll talk about that in a sec too. Collaborating with other businesses and brands, I think is important because what it does is it shows social proof. You've obviously built a brand, I've built a brand, whoever else you collaborate with has built a brand, and it shows social proof with familiarity. So they'll see me working with you and go, okay, I trust Johnny.
Yes.
Or they'll see
100%,
me going out for dinner with you and go, I trust Jarvis, you know, those guys are good.
Yeah.
These products must be good. So it's that you leverage your relationships as well.
Yeah.
It's what it's like when Louis Vuitton will do a brand deal with what's that red?
That red heart, that eyes. They did with the eyes.
Or they might even do a deal with Disney or whatever it is.
It works
out. Two brands colliding, then they can leverage both their followings and get people into those products. Yeah. So I think collaborating is good.
It's very important.
And also collaborating is great because I've got, you know, however many followers, you've got yours, Scotty's got his. We can all spread the brand out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. You're targeting a much greater audience for sure.
So collaborating is really important.
So what cost is it coming at? It's not coming at a cost, you know what I mean?
It's no cost.
It's just helping your friend out, helping your mate out.
Better than meta ads. Let's say your stories get 1,000 views or whatever it is. It's advertising, you know, for us and sharing what we're doing. So collaborating is great. Okay, there's some topics there. Now, Jarvis, I won't talk about relationships. We'll leave that one out of it.
Hey, I'm just living my life.
Let's have a few more topics that can help people. So I think, all right, what about this? I see some business owners that they lack off on the training a little bit, and I don't blame them, because I could easily just take my foot off the pedal and not train and say I'm busy, but I still squeeze these workouts in. You know what? Does it take away from my business? Probably not, because I like to stay in shape for it. I said something to you today.
If anything, it leverages your business.
100%, you get to meet more people. What about the people that they got kids and too much going on?
Not even that. Physically, if you're feeling good and looking good, what's going to happen? Mentally, you're going to perform a lot better.
All my confidence is through the roof, because I know
and what's going to happen? Yeah. Interactions with people are going to be a lot more positive mindset. No, it leverages, trust me. For me personally, if I'm physically not on point, I'm mentally not on point.
Yeah. And
my coach tells me this as well, you know, when I kind of slack off a little bit, he's like, bro, pull it back in, because you're going to be a better coach if you're practicing what you're preaching, you're, you know, ticking all the boxes, you're going to be a better coach to your clients.
Well, I got to represent the brand.
That. Yeah, exactly.
I got to represent the brand. I'm never home. I'm always doing something. If it's working, if it's even just packing orders or texting customer,
something.
Or someone said, hey, when are these coming back into small? Just message them back. I said,
these are my favourite shorts, by the way, man. I swear, these are honestly the best shorts.
They're so good. But in life in general, there's so much pressure on men to be these elite, high-performing, high-income earning humans. It's almost a bit overwhelming. Now, I've always been like that. I always see myself as an elite performer. I just back myself, and I'm lucky because I just had some inbuilt confidence as a kid. Yeah. Just genetically, I always was a bit cheeky, and I just always was happy to put myself out there. I just had a bit of swag about me. Now that's something just inbuilt in me. It's a genetic thing, trust me. But you can learn that as well.
You can.
You can train that too. I know this because when I started doing auctions, I'm like, oh, can I do this? I'll practice. I used to sit in my bedroom, and I'd print out numbers on all the walls, and then my friend at the time, my ex, sorry, didn't want to say my ex, but she'd point and she'd go, this number, and I'd calculate the numbers. And then I had a coach called Brent Illich, which was my auctioneer coach, and I literally spoke to him yesterday. So I paid an auctioneer coach. I said, I want to be the best auctioneer. So I had 2 coaches at one stage, and this coach said, all right, Johnny, we're going to give you the hardest auction training ever. So when you're in the street, it's easy. I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, meet me at the Shrine of Remembrance, out the front of the shrine, 7 a.m., 3 days a week, rain, hail or shine, and we go in the rain, and he'd make me call auctions in front of people, you know, doing the tan. Yeah. So I'd be sitting there with my auction rules in the rain, 7 a.m., screaming out an auction. I'm like, if I had to drive to the city, pay for parking, walk in, he goes, trust me, this would be the best training you do. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm pissing down rain. I'm like, yeah, okay, first call, second call, third call. People are running and I'm taking bids in the rain. And then I'm like, fuck, this is brutal, right? Like, who wants to do this? And there's random people watching you, it's like a bit uncomfortable. And then I just got used to it. Then when I started competing and doing these auctions, I was so confident because I'd done the hard training. So if you do some hard training with your posting, you keep doing your videos, you can change the way you interact with people. You can definitely become more confident.
And going back on what you said, there's a lot of pressure on us males. 100% agree.
Big time. Ice baths, 5 a.m.
Dude, you got to
morning routine.
You got to be, because I'm going to be pretty transparent. Like, one of the conversations with my psychologist was, I said, bro, I want to be unstoppable. He looked at me and goes, why do you want to be unstoppable for? I said, what do you mean? Well, which male does not want to be unstoppable? I want to be an alpha. Yeah. He's like, stop trying to be so perfect. He goes, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. I promise you, it's going to weigh you down.
It does for me sometimes.
It does. Because there's some days I don't want to get out of bed because I'm like,
oh really? Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing enough. I'm not succeeding. I'm just this, I'm that. I'm looking at like all these Instagram people just doing this and posting this, and that's another thing. Instagram's a load of shit.
Half is not real.
It's fake. But if you ever do feel that way, take a step back, look at how far you've come, be grateful and appreciative, and use that as fuel and motivation to better yourself. Don't put yourself back down. Because there's a lot of times where I'm looking at myself, I'm beating myself up like, I'm not doing enough. Nah, why is this guy doing this, or he's doing that, or it's quite easy to get caught up into that chain of thoughts, and you can fucking ruin yourself, I promise you. And my psychologist just said, take a step back, look at how far you come, be grateful, be appreciative, and use that as fuel to better yourself and motivate yourself.
And there's a flip side of that where people just don't do anything and they're too lazy. Like
that too. Yeah.
I think you need to make. I think with us, like, you need to make constant good decisions and learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Like for us today, okay, what do we do? You got your hair cut. I got my blood work done this morning. So that was a good decision.
Get your blood work done, people.
Got my blood work done. Came home, did a couple of emails for work, had a meal. Met you at the gym on time. We did our workout. We came here. We shot the podcast. All little good decisions leading towards building our brands. If you do that over time,
Okay.
I think where you go wrong, drugs, alcohol, and bad friendship group.
Yes, you can quite easily get caught up into the wrong friendship groups, and like they say, you kind of are who you hang around and whatnot. But even like at this time, I'm pretty switched on. Like, even if my mate wants to do that, I'm like, cool, you do that. Like, I know that's wrong. I'll do what you want to do. I don't care. You haven't done anything wrong by me, but I'm still going to make the right decisions. You know what I mean? You can get to a kind of that point where it's just like, all right, you do you, it's cool. We can't be perfect, but if you just consciously think, okay, it's just the right thing I'm going to do. Okay, am I going to go to this party now? What's going to happen from this party? I had said no to so many parties the last 4 years. I've got to learn to say no.
Yeah, it was a bit of a boring life, maybe.
It's hard, you know why? Because we're business owners and we want to please a lot of people. You know?
Yeah.
It's fucking hard.
Once you start being a people pleaser too, you're set. Like learning to say no, really powerful as well. Do you want to touch on one more topic and we'll wrap it up? I think it's a very good podcast. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really, to be honest. Maybe...
Nothing about the training stuff.
Just the store, actually, like...
Oh, the store?
How does it feel like right now to just see all this in vision? Like, I bet you were a young kid when you first opened and thought, did you ever think I was never going to have a store? Or?
No, I always knew I'd have a store.
Because when I walked in here, it was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is a vision. I almost just like replaced Neverhome with Lifted. And I was just instantly motivated, like, wow, here's the vision. This is where you need to be. This is where you want to be. And you're already here. How does that feel?
Oh, it's a big journey, man. I mean, 10 years and it's really nothing. Like,
it is, but
I think I compare myself to like all these super successful people, like, you know, but I was strategic about this, you know. I did a lot of reading. This is from books.
Wow.
This is from books, you know, like networking, business partner on board, selling half the business, open conversations, wanting a shop, having this opportunity to come up, taking it, going hard at it too. And then, you know, I had to sell myself. I was a salesperson. I'm a complete salesperson. So it's, you know, I walk in and I'm thinking, wow, this is so cool.
You weren't even here and I walked in and I'm like, fuck,
I'm like designing these, even looking back at this in the journey. And you know how many times I wanted to quit over the years?
Oh, I could imagine, bro.
Yeah, so many times I wanted to quit. And look, we're still a small brand. Like, we're not even doing massive revenue or anything like that. But we got a shop. Like, at least I'm working towards it.
You're taking steps, you're moving forward. You know, you just...
Yeah.
It's respect.
So how do I feel?
Yeah.
Man, I feel really good.
Fuck,
yeah.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you.
I feel good. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Is there any upcoming plans, or what's the goal from here? What's the future perspective?
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe my plans are too big. I could be a bit unrealistic, but
hey, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out if I had to grow this bigger, because I'm still trying to figure out the best thing to do. I've got to go back to creating really good products again, honing down on making better products for people, and then getting the brand out there more to wider demographic.
Yeah.
But something like, I'll show you one of my sales today, right? Which is good, because I don't advertise overseas, but this sale came in today. Look at this one. Look where that sale was today.
Jersey City, New Jersey, United States.
United States, yeah. So people are buying from the United States. That's a big order.
How big?
It's decent, you know.
Yeah, well, that's mad.
So people are buying from America. I'm not advertising in America. I need to get the brand overseas. Yeah. I know the brand's cool, and other overseas people like the UK. I've got to get it to the States. I just got to figure out the best way to